So first of all, let's add one column here. So we have to go to the categories.php right here. This is the view. So where we are adding the right there. So this category, this status. Let's duplicate that. Let's say parent maybe. So it's up to you which one you want to come first. So maybe let's try parent over here. Let's see if that changes anything at all. Yeah. Okay, so we have the category, we have the parent, we have the status and the action. So we need to add one more column in the body as well, and we do that in the category class right here. So the args on the disabled here, we are going to, let's duplicate the column row category itself and put parent instead, like this. Let me refresh, and there we go. So we have our parent. So all these parents are 0, 0, 0. So it's good now that we can see the row data. So let's add a new category that is shirts, which will be a category of clothes. So I will say something like shirts, and this one will be clothing, and let's hit our save. But we have problems, I'm sure. So let's inspect our element and the console and expect a barrage of errors. So the request has been blocked. It's saying the same origin policy disallows reading the remote resource. So I don't know why there's an error like this, but this error is caused when you try to use Ajax on a different website. Let's say I'm running my website here and I want to access a very different domain, then I'll get this error. So maybe there's something wrong with our domain or something. So it's saying unexpected character on line 1. All right, so instead let's look at what error we actually get, if there is any. So this will be seen inside the handle result. So let's do a console.log of the result so that maybe we can catch an error that way. Okay, so as you can see, as soon as I reload my page, I get a bunch of errors. So these errors have nothing to do with yeah, these guys have nothing to do with what's happening here. Okay, so I think this is happening because my my internet is off, and all these fonts are internet fonts. So we're going to see how to just bring them locally so that we don't have to suffer these problems, because it gets a bit confusing if you don't know what errors to actually pay attention to. But let's click here and see if we can create something from this clothes, and then let's hit the save. So let's see what we get. Okay, so we get this result over here, and let's make sure there are no warnings and errors, just like we see here. Notice undefined index error in Ajax category.php on line 23. So let's go to line 23. Where is this? Ajax category, yeah. So there is line 23 here. There we go, session error. Okay, so this is telling us this does not exist at all. Okay, so if that's the case, it's because we probably didn't define it at the very top here. So since we are doing this, and this is a global variable, where is this global variable anyway? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Okay, so it's always a good idea to just set it to an empty string so that we don't get any surprises like that. So I'm using it in here as well, so would be a good idea to set it to something. But let's see here, we are setting it here. Where are we? Okay, so I think that should do, because that's at the very top right there. Okay, so let's come back here and see if we get any more errors. Category added successfully. Very good, I like that. So it was actually adding all this time. So there's shirts with a parent of 5. So parent is number 5, which is that one. So instead, let me delete all these except the first one I added. Let's delete the second one. Goodie. So that's the only one. Now, instead of seeing a number, let's just actually see some text, shall we? So if I go to categories class here in the make table, obviously here we want to convert this. So this is an easy fix. I will copy this item over here and then put an if statement and say parent is equal to. So what will it be equal to? Well, actually we should set it before. Oh no, it should be in the loop. Yeah. So this creates a conundrum now. The thing is, we are going through the loop here, and then let's say this is number 5 or number 6. We'll have to read it from the original cats there and not from the looped one, which is the single thing here. So what we will need here is a key. So we will say as a key value pair. Will we? No, maybe we don't actually need the key. Actually, we'll just say cats like that and put that content in there. Yeah, I think that does it. So we didn't need that key at all. So I will copy here and paste. Actually, I didn't need to either. I can just delete that part like I saw. So it's just for display purposes. So object of class standard class could not be converted to a string on line 90. Who's doing this abomination of trying to convert an object to a string? Okay, so here we get the, I see what's happening here. Okay, so we need to get the proper ID from there. Yeah, so we do have a bit of a problem here. So this error is happening because this thing here, we are looping through this object, this array, sorry. Now that array has objects inside. So this is a row. It's a cat row, which is an object. So now what I have done here is by getting the specific number from there, I have taken the array. So I've returned an object here. But let's see if this object is actually correct. So let me just do this and say category, if it's the right one for some weird reason. Let's see if that actually works. Oh, surprise, surprise. It actually works. So I think it kind of actually works because these things are in order. So if I had deleted, let's try that actually. Let me delete drinks and let's see if that still works. So the drinks, we'll add it later. So let me just delete that one so that these things are not in order in the database. because if you look at this, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 is on clothes. So if I delete drinks there won't be a row here, but these numbers will not be in order anymore. So let's make sure that it still works. Let me remove. Oh, wait a minute, here we have another issue here. As you can see, yeah, so I know it actually won't work, because as you can see here, it's showing us that shirts is the first item here. So this is wrong, and that's because we have 0 for parents here. Let me refresh this for a second. But because the returned items are inside an array which has a 0 item, it's actually working. So how we do this now? Okay, so we will need to be clever here.